All right, so while I was on vacation, the Lions decided to bring in one of the top free agents left on the market and the best linebacker left on the market, and that is that they have brought in veteran linebacker Kyzir White for a visit. Now, Kyzir White, former fourth-round pick by the Chargers back in 2018 from West Virginia. He was one of my top free agents on the market back in 2022 when he left Philadelphia. That's when I knew about him. I do not remember him on the Chargers, I'm going to be completely honest with you. But I do remember he was so good with Philly that he was one of my top free agents from the 2022 offseason for the Lions to bring in. There was rumors that we could bring him in, if I'm not mistaken. The Lions did not bring him in. He ended up signing a 2-year deal with Arizona. I believe it was 2 years, $14 million. Ended up playing pretty well with Arizona, and now he is a free agent again. His contract was up, and he is not signed anywhere. I believe another team worked him out earlier in the offseason, but did not sign him. We have worked him out, and currently we have not signed him. Now, go over his stats. Kyzir White played only 3 games in 2018. I believe he had a season-ending injury that season. Didn't get a pick and 2 passes deflected in that period. In 2018, he played it. In 2019, he played every single game. Had one pick, 2 passes deflected. 2020, played 11 games, so he missed 5. Had 77 total tackles, which is quite a bit in that amount of time. A half a sack and 3 passes deflected. 2021, played every single game. I believe he either led the league or got second that year in total tackles with 144. Had 1 sack and 2 forced fumbles, and as well 2 picks with 3 passes deflected. That is by far probably his best year of his career, or second best. And then 2022, again, even though stats won't really show it, I thought he probably had his best year of his career this season. Played every single game, 110 total tackles, 1.5 sacks, and 7 passes deflected. 2023 again, signed that 2-year deal with Arizona in the offseason. Played 11 games his first year there, missed 6. 90 total tackles, which is, again, quite a bit in that time. 2 sacks and 3 passes deflected. In 2024, played every single game with the Arizona Cardinals. Had his second most tackles down the season with 137 and 2.5 sacks, a fumble recovery, a pick, and 3 passes deflected. So Kyzir White is relatively healthy for the most part. Again, his first year only played 3 games, but he's played every single year of his career besides 2 outside of that, and he has played at least 3/4 of the season in those other 2 years where he only played 11 games. So Kyzir White is relatively healthy, very good linebacker. He is very athletic. He is a hybrid linebacker, can play safety, but particularly a linebacker, a lot like Isaiah Simmons, the Giants, the former Arizona Cardinal as well, and Giants, now on the Packers. So Kyzir White, this is a very interesting move by the Detroit Lions because the Lions already have a great linebacker room. They got Alex Anzalone and Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes, Rodriguez, Zach Cunningham, who Dan Campbell praised the other day in his press conference, Grant Stewart, Deron Gilbert, Trevor Nowaski. Who else am I missing? Ezekiel Turner and Anthony Pittman. Turner, phenomenal special teamer. Pittman, good special teamer. Those guys don't play much on defense, but they're great special teamers. Turner is actually, I think, can play on defense as well at a decent level as a depth piece. Trevor Nowaski, I thought he looked very good last year. Grant Stewart, he's been apparently playing very well throughout training camp. Zach Cunningham, with Dan Campbell praised, and then you already know about the other 4 guys. So this is very interesting for the Detroit Lions, in my opinion. The Lions did keep 7 linebackers on their 53-man roster, initial 53-man roster last season, so maybe they keep 7 again and shock somebody by bringing in Kyzir White, even if Anzalone does not play or does play. But this is just a very interesting. Kyzir White can get after the quarterback as well, kind of about the same when it comes to Anzalone, but he can go after the quarterback a little bit. Kyzir White, from his actual PFF numbers, if people go off the PFF numbers, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Typically I don't, but he was one of the worst graded linebackers last season, but I don't think he was that bad. Now, I know he wasn't even as good from like around the NFL as most linebackers were from what he used to be, but he still had a decent year, I thought, last year, especially when it came statistically. I mean, coming statistically, some people think it was his best year, but it was definitely not his best year if you take a look at the film and look around the NFL. But Kyzir White brought in for a visit by the Lions. The Lions did release at the recording of this video Stanley Thomas-Oliver today, so they now have a roster spot open, which could bring Kyzir White to sign with the Detroit Lions. And I would love this. He is, in my opinion, Kyzir White is the 8th best free agent left on the market of any single position. He is the best linebacker. The linebackers are still very good that are out there. Josie Jewell got released. He's out there. You still got Eric Kendricks out there, Chris Barnes, Sione Takitaki, I think is how you say his name, is out there. Devin Long is out there. So the linebacker free agent class is not great, but there's still some guys out there. I'm missing somebody. I don't know who it is. I feel like I am losing it right now. Jalen Reeves-Maven is still out there. There's some other big name out there at the linebacker position, decent player out there that I can't think of right now. But Kyzir White is definitely the best linebacker, and in my opinion, the 8th best free agent of any position on the market. So this is very interesting for the Detroit Lions. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think they'll sign now with the open roster spot with Stanley Thomas-Oliver being released? Or do you think this is to just make sure Alex Anzalone was to play, to make sure, like, hey, man, if Alex Anzalone, you don't play, we're going to bring somebody else in to potentially take your role. So, One Pride, Go Lions. Do you think that's what it is? I don't know. One Pride, Go Lions.